Baldoni, but it was not. Justice was served for Justin Baldoni. This was about power. This was quite literally about power, about people who are connected to A-listers and PR firms and have access to the government. Quite literally, she even brought in a PR crisis firm that had a former CIA agent then left.
In the latest chapter of the legal saga involving Blake Lively and a high-stakes defamation suit, her legal team tried to pull off the ultimate technicality to payday pipeline. But as the saying goes, don't mess with Texas. A new court filing just dropped, and it isn't just a legal rebuttal. It's a full-scale, 12-round verbal knockout that has the legal community and the internet reaching for the popcorn. After successfully arguing that a Texas court didn't have the jurisdiction to hear a defamation case against her, Blake's team didn't just walk away with their win. Instead, they doubled down. They filed a motion requesting over $800,000 in attorney fees and court costs. Their logic? Since the case was dismissed, she won, and therefore the plaintiffs should pick up the tab for her high-powered legal defense. They tried to use a specific California statute to justify the payout. You know, the kind of statute meant to protect victims from being silenced by slap suits, strategic lawsuits against public participation. The plaintiff's response highlights the sheer irony of Lively's position. One minute, her team is arguing that Texas has no power over her. The next, they are holding out their hand and asking that same Texas judge to write them a check. It's like telling someone they aren't invited to your party, but then asking them to pay for your Uber home. If the law doesn't even apply in this state, why would her lawyers even try it? The most dragged part of this new filing isn't just about the money, it's about the malice. The plaintiffs, Jed Wallace and Street Relations, aren't just fighting about fees, they are reminding the court, and us, how this all started. The filing alleges that Blake Lively didn't just make a mistake, she made a choice. According to the documents, Lively's team disseminated a draft complaint to the New York Times that included serious allegations of sexual harassment and retaliation. The plaintiffs claim they had never even met Blake Lively. They weren't in the same room, they didn't have a contract, and they certainly didn't have the relationship required for the allegations being hurled their way. The filing describes this as ambiguous drafting followed by intentional publication. In plain English, it's the legal equivalent of lumping everyone together and letting the media sort it out. When you're a global superstar, a draft complaint isn't just a legal document, it's a headline. And once that headline is out there, you can't exactly put the toothpaste back in the tube. If you think being accused by someone you've never met is wild, wait until you hear how the lawyers described the judge's reaction to these arguments. The lawyers representing the plaintiffs didn't just say, "We disagree." They dismantled the motion point by point, calling Lively's reading of the law wishful and self-serving. They pointed out that Lively's team performed a surface-level conflict of law analysis that completely ignored the interests of Texas, where the injury happened, and New York, where she lives, focusing only on California because California has the law that gives them the most money. The irony mentioned in the filing is palpable. Lively is using a law meant to protect the little guy from being bullied by the big guy, while she's the one with the global platform and the $800,000 legal bill. It's a masterclass in reading someone for filth while maintaining a professional font size. The filing essentially tells the court that Lively just can't seem to quit Texas, despite her protests that she shouldn't be there in the first place. So, if the motion is as flawed as the plaintiffs claim, what happens next? Is the $800,000 dream officially dead? In the digital age, we often think that because information is everywhere, the rules are the same everywhere. But as Blake's team is finding out, the law is still very much tied to the ground you're standing on. What do you think? Is it fair for a celebrity to ask for nearly $1 million in fees after a jurisdictional win? Or is this a clear case of overplaying your hand? Drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts.